Hello YouTube, Septimus here again. Welcome to a Destiny lore video. Yes, this is a start of a new playlist I am creating where it's pretty self-explanatory, discuss the lore of Destiny and different topics. And you can comment in the comment box below of what you'd like me to discuss next. Now, it has been forever since I made a video. Last time I made a video was in about September, so that was a long time ago. Now, before we get in the topic of this video, I'd like to say that this is about, I'd say, a match and a half of Inferno Rumble, where I managed to rack up 2 wins in both those matches, but the second match was cut short. But it was pretty good 2 matches, got a lot of kills, a good less amount of deaths, so, that was going great. Now, the topic of today's Destiny lore video is the AHAMKARA. The AHAMKARA are a species that appeared on Earth when the Traveler arrived. Now, we should have a general idea, or at least know what the AHAMKARA are. Not necessarily who they are, but we've heard of it. There's many different pieces of gear, such as the claws of AHAMKARA or the skull of dire AHAMKARA. Both armor pieces for the Warlock. We've heard the name plenty of times in different kinds of gear, both in Hunter's gear and in Warlock gear. Now, like I said, the AHAMKARA are a species that appeared on Earth when the Traveler arrived. They were said to be wish-fulfilling quote-unquote dragons, sought out by many guardians in search of power. However, it was decided that the bargains made with these creatures came at too high of a price, so they were hunted to extinction in the Great AHAMKARA Hunt. Now, surprisingly, a lot of this information I never heard of until I actually researched it. So the Great AHAMKARA Hunt was a campaign by the Guardians of the City to exterminate the AHAMKARA, the mysterious creatures brought into existence by the Traveler during the Golden Age. Now, the AHAMKARA were frequently sought out by the Guardians for their wish-granting powers. These wishes would always backfire, however, and cause more harm than good. As valuable as the AHAMKARA were, Vanguard deemed them too dangerous to allow to live. Officially, the hunt was successful and the AHAMKARA species were rendered extinct. AHAMKARA bones, however, are still used in some Warlock and Hunter armor. Based on remains, the AHAMKARA were avian in appearance, possessing both feathers and sharp beaks. The fossilized remains of the AHAMKARA are continued interest to Warlocks, who adorn their armor with them and thereby acquire powers. Unique powers at that. Some hunters also wear armor of the AHAMKARA bones. However, they do not have as much of an understanding of the risks involved as the Warlocks do. The bones seem to retain a will of their own, flattering and urging their owners to recklessness. Now, some trivia on this. Some players believe that the winged flying creature seen in the skies above Venus may have been living AHAMKARA, but according to Bungie, these creatures are Badactyls. Very weird name, but they got their informal name during an argument between members of Bungie's environment team over what animal the creatures most resembled. Both the armor descriptions and grimoire cards end with the same phrase, quote-unquote, "O bearer/reader mine." This speech pattern bears some similarity to that of the worms referenced in the Books of Sorrow, suggesting some sort of connection between the two groups of entities. Now, like I said, I never really knew about the AHAMKARA until, I researched it. Matter of fact, I actually thought it was some sort of character related to the Hunter, considering, it's bones, and I play as Hunter mostly. I have a level 30 Titan, but, I don't really play as him much, because the Hunter is the master race, however. But once I got to researching, I figured out the AHAMKARA are a species of their own. Now, a lot of people are looking towards upcoming expansion packs in 2016, Year 2 of Destiny, and they believe that enemies that are being developed may be AHAMKARA. Now this, you should take with just a grain of salt. A lot of these rumors end up not being true, but I would not be surprised if that was true. That would be pretty interesting if they became, well, not extinct. Now, as mentioned before, all of the descriptions of the armor pieces, both in the Hunter and the Warlock, all reference the two phrases, "O bearer" or "wearer of mine," I believe. Now, I'd like to discuss a couple of these phrases. To the young AHAMKARA spine, which I believe is a hunter's gauntlets, the description reads, quote unquote, "Give me your arm, O bearer mine. Let me help you fill the world with teeth." Now, a lot of these are starting to lead towards a not eerie but sort of insanity feeling within the armor, which does lead to the, well, description that says it led them to madness. Well, not madness, but being a reckless guardian, you could say. Now, for the Warlock gauntlets, the skull of dire. No, oh, excuse me, these are not the gauntlets, they are a helmet. But the skull of dire AHAMKARA, it reads here, quote unquote, "Reality is the finest flesh, O bearer mine, and you are not hungry." Now, these are more and more leading towards the fact that the description within the lore is right, that it does lead towards recklessness. But whether or not you know the lore of these, hopefully you learned something from this video. There is a very detailed lore in Destiny. We just have to go out and search it, which some players may say that is kind of shitty, but I believe that brings a little bit more of an interactive side to Destiny, where you may not be playing the game, but you're doing something. And you get to research things about Destiny and really learn for yourself, rather than it be dead in front of your face. What would you like me to discuss next? Post in the comment box below, and you may see your comment in the next video of Destiny lore. I hope you enjoyed this video, YouTube. Have a great day, and stay tuned for the next video.